Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Is anybody here? Hi, everybody. Facebook Live looks a little funky, so I hope that this is all good. Oh, somebody's here. Hello. Hi, everybody. How are you? Lovely to see you. Sorry it took a couple minutes. Oh, there's somebody. That's my daughter, Ella. Hi, Terry. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Emily. Hope you guys are doing well. Oh, here. My gosh. My husband even reminded me to do this. How is that? Time for a little stuff. Okay, so my friend Deb is here tonight. She wanted to stop by. Actually, she brought the wine. How do you like that? She brought the wine, and so she also has just put her lip gloss on as well, so that's kind of awesome. I was putting my makeup on this afternoon, and my husband said, "Don't put your lip gloss on yet. Wait for your video." I thought that was pretty funny. Oh, hi, Alana. How are you? Good day. No, that's not. Hello, A. Hi, Joy and Sue and Leanne and Catherine from Reno. Nice. I haven't been to Reno in a long time. Paula, there I am. Here I am. Ah, you got happy mail today, Alexandra. Yay. Tammy, you just discovered me last week. Oh, well, you are in for a treat because I have a feeling tonight is going to be quite a night. I'm just saying, right? I mean, don't you think? There's wine. So normally I'm on Facebook Live during the day, but it's not socially acceptable to drink at 10 a.m. most of the time. But it is 7 p.m. and I am drinking some wine tonight. I hope you can understand. Beverly, my son, is the reason I'm drinking tonight. Okay, so anyway, so much has happened since we last met. So last week, I took a day of vacation. I took my daughter to Des Moines. All the boys were out of town. Carl was at Boy Scout camp, and Andy was at, I like to call it John Deere camp. He was in Brazil for work. He works for John Deere. And so the girls were running the house. It was wonderful. So we escaped to Des Moines, which is a 2-hour drive from here. And it was so awesome. Until Wednesday, well, actually, it would have been Thursday at 3:30 in the morning when I get a FaceTime call from Brazil. And I was like, oh my gosh, what is happening? Why is my husband calling me at 3:30 in the morning? And we were in almost the same time zone, Brazil to here. So I was really kind of freaking out about it. Yeah, turns out it was because the Boy Scout leaders were calling him, not knowing he wasn't in the Iowa. So anyway, long story short, Carl's face was swollen up like crazy. If you guys have seen any of my Facebook posts, I posted a picture of him on, I think, this page last week. But he had a teeny little spot of poison ivy on his knee, and that, I believe, he scratched, rubbed his eyes, and his face blew up. So if you want to picture what my son looked like, if you've ever seen the movie Hitch, the scene where, what is his name? You haven't seen Hitch? What? She hasn't seen Hitch. Oh my gosh. It's the scene where, who is the actor in the movie Hitch? Why can't I think of his name? But he has food allergies. He eats something like shellfish or something. He has food allergies and his face like blows up. So they go into like the drugstore and get Benadryl, and he's literally like drinking a bottle of Benadryl. He puts a straw in it and sucks it down. Will Smith, thank you. Will Smith. That was my son. I mean, one morning he could barely open his eyes. They were so puffed up. It was crazy. Oh my gosh. So anyway, I'm so sorry that I missed last week, but I had a great time with my daughter, and then my son ended up coming home. I had to actually, my Emily, her husband is his Boy Scout leader, so he met me on the freeway at 4. Well, I left my house a little before 4 in the morning, and we met somewhere in the middle. And then Carl was like telling me about camp on the way home, and I was just like, oh my gosh, I'm dying. I was so tired. And the funny part was that a friend of mine was visiting. Her name is Pam. She's a demonstrator who actually lives in North Carolina, and she was driving through visiting, and so I was like, stay at my house, that's fine. So her and her son were literally at my house. I was gone driving. They didn't know this. My daughter was here too. It was really funny because I told my daughter that this lady was coming over, but I know her, but I know her online, so I don't really know her. But I invited her to stay at our house, and you know, this is when my husband and son are gone, and she's like, great, I'll lock my door. So anyway, that was kind of funny. Okay, so then, since then, we have been dealing with the aftermath of poison ivy, and it kind of reminds me of the time Sophie got fleas, and I was so stressed out I could hardly stand it. It kind of reminds me of that, because I had no idea, like, if it was contagious or how it worked or whatever. So today I took him to a dermatologist because I kept calling my doctor's office because I am leaving to go to Thailand on Thursday morning early, and my children will be staying with my aunt or my sister, their aunt, or my mom while we're gone, because we're gone for kind of a long time. And I really, really, really did not want to have to worry about this while I was halfway around the world, literally. So I think we're okay now. She said he's not contagious because my sister called me saying, oh my gosh, are all my kids going to get poison ivy? And I'm like, please. So we're drinking wine tonight. Oh, that's good. Okay. Hi, Susan. You missed the lipstick, but there's wine. Okay. So anyway, guys, I hope that you are excited to be here tonight. I was planning on 3 o'clock today, but my appointment was at 3:45, so I had to leave the house just after 3, and I figured we needed more than 20 minutes to talk. So, all right, I do have some great projects planned for tonight. I have a bunch of good stuff to share with you. I have a bunch of exciting announcements to share with you, and yeah, I don't know. Can you think of anything else? I don't know. My friend Deb is here. She's stamping with me. Oh, you've got wine cooler and fireworks and Oreos. That's so awesome, Tracy. I love it. Okay, but let's talk talk about those fireworks Oreos for just a second here. Have you had fireworks Oreos? Okay, hold on. I have some, except these are like becoming really, like, I think the question is, are you sponge worthy? Are you worthy of a fireworks Oreos? Because I don't know that they're going to be available much longer, and that kind of freaks me out a lot.
Like birthday cake Oreos?
No, they're way better than birthday cake Oreos. Okay, so I bought some the other day because there were only 2 packages left in the whole store, and I have them hidden. Shh. They're hidden in my stamp room area. So these are fireworks Oreos, okay? Kidding. Only sort of. Okay, so come over here. Bring your wine, because I'm sure they go.
Fireworks Oreos good with Gewürztraminer?
I don't know, but, like, serious, you couldn't find it? Okay, you can have one. Okay. So this is Deb. Say hi.
Hello.
Okay, so here we go.
Ready?
Uh-huh. There's Pop Rocks in them. Just give it a minute. There's a party in your mouth.
Tasty.
Kurt, how are you doing? My friend Kevin is on, except I call him Kurt. Or can you guys think of guy names that start with a K? Kent, Carl,
Kale.
Kurt, Caleb with a K. Is that how you spell Caleb? Kale. Ooh, I'm going to have a whole bunch of for you next time I see you, Kevin. That's a story from many, many years ago, though.
Can you hear?
Yeah, they're popping in your mouth.
But when you open your mouth, it's like Oreo mouth, so it's kind of gross.
Oh, Kyle, that's a good one. I should not talk with my mouth open, though.
Yummy.
Mmm.
I thought that's a genius.
Okay, so I have cracked open the second to the last known package in the world. There are so... Oh.
Okay.
And I just dumped a bunch of stuff. Cody, that's a good one. Okay, well, I literally only have 2 left. That's all there is in this world. I'm gonna have to ration them out like I'm the Martian or something. Okay, so I've already quoted 2 movies and a TV show today. I've got Hitch, The Martian, and Seinfeld. But my Debbie is sponge-worthy. She can have some. If you need more, let me know. But it's still popping in my mouth.
I know.
Okay.
It's a party.
All right. Are you guys ready to stamp? Are you prepared for what I have for you today? I don't know if I am. So, I do have some pretty awesome projects. Now, I also have some giveaways that need to be given away this week. So, you are going to have to help me with this. So, to get entered into my drawing, I'll show you what I have because I actually have some awesome stuff. Let me go grab it. 1 second. Okay, so the first thing that I have to give away is the marbled background stamp. Ooh. Oh. So this is a really awesome stamp set. If you were on my blog yesterday, I had a post where I made 5 cards using this. It's so awesome. I'm giving it away. Then the other one I have is a super cute set called Quirky Critters. And this is one of those sets that I knew I kind of liked it because it's sort of cute. But then actually one of the girls on my team, Andrea, she made a super cute card with it for our team swap this last week. And I'll post that. Actually, hey, will you do me a favor?
Yeah.
So on the big shot out there, on the middle big huge table, there should be a stack of about 8 cards. They're my swap cards. Could you grab them? Okay.
Big table.
See, this is why I have people help me during Facebook Lives, because they can get the stuff I can't reach. Okay, so anyway, I have both of these to give away. I'm giving away 2 things this week. So here's how you get entered. Either share my video, this video right here, right now, share it on Facebook, and you'll be entered. And if you want another entry, place an order with me, and I have an amazing special. Okay, amazing. I'm really excited to share it with you. Okay, so like I said, I'm about to go to Thailand, so I thought I would have a special for while I'm gone. Okay, so the special, yes, thank you. She got them. Okay, are you ready for this? Because it's so cute. I'll show you all of these, actually, when we get going, but here is the card. Oh my gosh, it's so cute! Okay, yes, so this is such a sweet little card, but we're going to switch the camera so that you guys can see, except, here we go. Okay, here we are. So I've got my wine, and I've got my projects, or my giveaways, and then I have my cards. They're amazing. Amazing. So these are all made by people on my team for my team swap. So I'm really excited about that. And let me grab one thing. So this was my card swap. I used the daisy punch and the daisy background paper, and I am about to post a daisy online class. I actually hope to have it up here even tonight yet, so I will send an email out as soon as I post it. If you're on my newsletter, you'll get it. If you're not, go to my blog and sign up. Then this card, oh goodness, who was this done by? Because, oh, phew, it's on here. Pamela. This is from Pammy. She made this card. This is the Ribbon of Courage stamp set, which I really like this set. And look at this pretty little bow. That's one of the new ribbons that we have. So that's really cute. Okay, so then this was Andy's card. She used this darn stinking cute set. Okay, because the sloth is really cute. And the narwhal is like ridiculously cute. So, I don't know. It's super cute. I just like all these. So, that is this card, which I just love. And this is from the flamingo stamp set, the background, which just worked out perfect for this. So anyway, so that's a super cute card. Okay. And, oh, and this is on our new, vanilla note cards and envelopes that she used. Okay. So this card, another one I love, 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 love. Hello, let's talk soon. Oh, isn't that cute? This is by Nancy, also an awesome stamper. She makes really cute cards, but I really like this one. So this one uses the falling Mayflowers and falling flowers stamps and framelits, not necessarily in that order. So super cute. I really like this card that Nancy made. This is from Shelly. Shelly is on here. She used the Jar of Love bundle, which is absolutely one of my favorites still. So cute. And this is kind of brilliant because I keep forgetting to do this, but she just used the flowers without a jar. I always have to stamp a jar because I can't not, but she just made a cute bouquet. So I really like that. And, I love how she made the burlap going across here. So super cute, Shelly. So, oh, she stamped her name on the back too. These guys are so good. Oh, look. And there was a coordinating envelope even. Impressive. Okay, this is from Amy, and I love this card too. This uses the Happy Birthday Gorgeous. This online class actually just went live. In fact, I think Susan even just said that she just ordered that. She did. So this is a super cute card that highlights the new in colors. So good job, Amy. And this Happy Birthday framelit, which I just love. And I love how she put the 2 or the 3 little metallic stars on there. So that's super cute. So that was a great card. Here is another fabulous card. This is by the lovely Alexandra. She is from California and she was so sweet. She wasn't sure she was going to be able to make the cards in time, but she got them done and she did a great job using the tulip set. And of course, I have to just be a proud mama here, or teacher, or whatever. She used the faux watercoloring technique. I just love it. It's one of my favorite techniques ever. And she just did such a lovely job. In fact, she had several different color combinations. She had I think one of them was, starts with the C, crushed curry. They were gorgeous, crushed curry flowers. And then she had some pool party flowers, and I think she also had some peekaboo peach flowers. So this one was really pretty as well. And that's on watercolor paper, by the way. Then the last card is also a card I just love. And this was by the amazing Sherry. Sherry is in Fargo. And look at that on the inside too. This is so, oh look, she even has her thing in there. Look, she wrote all the information down. She's so impressive. Good job, Sherry. So, by the way, I did just share all of your information with everybody. But anyway, Sherry did an awesome job using the new Happy Birthday. I want to say this is Happy Birthday Memories, but hold on. Oh, Birthday Delivery. I was close. Hold on. I'll grab it. I think I gave this one away back a month or so ago. So that's this stamp set. There's printed paper and framelits that I'll coordinate. And of course, she's a girl after my own heart. She used Bermuda Bay, which is one of my favorite colors. and combined it with Island Indigo, which is actually not a color combination I probably would have normally put together, but I love it. And combined that with the basic gray instead of like black. I really do think this is a great card. So look at all of these beautiful cards. I'm really impressed. My downline is awesome. This one, oh, so pretty. Jeez. Jeez Louise. Look at these. Aren't they awesome? So we have a monthly card swap, and what's great about it is you can participate whether you are local or out of town. So I really like that. And then, oh, okay. So now I've told you about one thing, which is share the video. Do you like how I write this stuff down? I'm going to do that again. So I have a drawing for the marbled background or the quirky critters. I had to look at this. Q-U-I-R-K-Y. So you need to either share the Facebook Live video. And by the way, if you're tuning in from YouTube, because I will post this to YouTube, you can totally get in on this sharing business, of course, or place an order. And both of those will get you entered. Okay, then the other thing that I have going on is, and I have to show you this because I have a visual, you'll love it. At least I think it's pretty awesome. This is my Lost in Thailand customer appreciation special. So I think this is pretty cool. So I will have all the details posted for this as well. It says July 5th, but because we're doing our Facebook Live tonight, of course, I will start it with today. So you can get entered by using the host code WRY26A47. So this is posted on my blog's main page, but you can you can partake in this special. So if you spend up to $50, you're going to get 5 handmade cards. Okay, if you go from 50 to 75, or no, 50 to 100, sorry, 100, not 700, 100, sorry. You're going to get the handmade cards, plus you're going to get a grab bag of goodies that's probably worth at least 20 bucks. Okay, and then if you go 101 on up, you're going to get all of this stuff plus everything else, plus you're going to get a free online class. But you must use the code no matter how much your order is. Okay? Now, in addition to that, now hold on, because it gets crazy better than this. In addition, it's also bonus days. Bonus days. And what that means is Stampin' Up! Is also going to give you $5 coupons for every 50 bucks that you spend. Okay? And the way those work is if you, however much you spend, you get a $5 coupon for every 50. So say you spent $100, you'd get 2 $5 coupons. And then you can redeem those coupons in August. So you earn them in July, you redeem them in August. And there is going to be a super duper way awesome special next month. And if you want, I can share what it is. I should grab the print off. Hold on. I'm grabbing it. Hopefully, yes. Here we go. So, now you can use the coupons. There's no limit to how many you can earn, and there's no limit to how many you can redeem. So, like, for instance, if you have 10 coupons and a $50 order, you can use all of them. It totally is awesome that way. But next month, we're going to have an early release of this Carols of Christmas stamp set and coordinating framelits. And if you sign up to be a demonstrator, you can also get this stamp set for free in your demonstrator kit along with this essentials gift pack. So if you've thought about becoming a demonstrator, no better time. So your $99 starter kit that you order between now and the 31st, you'll get this free essentials gift pack, which is worth $72. It has that stamp set. Again, this is a preview of something that's going to be released, or it's going to actually come out in the holiday catalog. But then you'll also get 2 D blocks. That would be, I think these are D blocks. D, yep, these are good sized. 2 D blocks, a pack of grid paper, which is awesome stuff, paper snips, snail adhesive, a bone folder, and then that stamp set. So all of this stuff, by the way, even if you already have these, it's really nice to have extras, especially the blocks. Oh my gosh. So certainly check that out. And there just has never been a better time to join. Now, if you join and want to get the coordinating framelits, you can get that in your starter kit. So if you go to my blog, thecreativitycave.com, I have all of the information on this if you click on join my team. So it's all there. You can check that out. And if you are ordering a lot, it's probably a good idea to join Stampin' Up! Because you don't have to hold events if you don't want to. You can totally be a demonstrator and just get the discount. It's kind of like getting the Sam's Club membership, really. Plus, you can be a part of our team, which is, I'm not even going to lie, it's pretty awesome. Okay, so that is the special. So use this host code. It's on my blog. This graphic with all the information is going to be posted very soon. Actually, I just made the graphic and I was kind of impressed that I could print it out, so I was excited. And anyway, now this stuff is not going to be given to you until I get back from Thailand, and I get back on the 17th, so give me a little bit of time, but we'll get there. So that is my awesome special for being in Thailand. And then Stampin' Up! Has the awesome special with the bonus day coupons. So there you go. Okay, it's time to stamp. I've talked far longer than I thought already. So then we have to, I'm just going to keep this on my list. Thailand special. Check my blog for details. It's not posted yet, so don't go there the second. Check blog for deets. There we go. Okay. I think I need another sip of wine. Okay. Now, are you ready to stamp? I know I said we were going to stamp a minute ago, but here we go. So, first of all, I have to give you a little preview. We're going to make this card. Are you ready for this? Are you prepare yourselves because it's kind of awesome. Oh my gosh, look at that. Oh. Can you see the butterfly is fluttering? Seriously, I'm going to show you how to do that. But first, we're going to make another card. So one of the things that I really love, this is kind of like the surprise hit for me of the catalog, is this Foil Frenzy DSP. It is so cool. And I don't think the catalog does it justice, and I don't even know if my video is going to do it justice, but look at these foil sheets. They're so cool. So this paper is really pretty. It's basically craft cardstock, and then there are 4 colors of foil and 1, 2, 3 patterns. So there is Berry Burst. There is Lemon Lime Twist. There is Soft Sky and Tangerine Tango. And then you get each color with each pattern. So there's 12 sheets here. And then it's craft on the back, which is cool because then it coordinates. But I just love this paper. Okay, so I used that paper. And we're going to make a really cute happy birthday card. So I'm going to start with a half a sheet of Berry Burst cardstock. And then I die cut myself the largest oval from the layering ovals. And so I've got the Berry Burst pattern. I also have a strip of this. I don't even know what you would call this pattern. They're like a bunch of mountains. I think there is some sort of like outdoorsy type company that has this in their logo, sort of. Or maybe it's a paper company. I can't remember. You know, like typing paper. The bad kind of paper. I mean, the boring kind of paper. Not beautiful, amazing printed paper cardstock. Okay, so I just adhered a strip of that on my card. And I will trim it off. I don't know, Paula. Do you think that's chevron? It's kind of chevron, but kind of not. I'm not sure what it would be called. Anyway, I like it though. I'll tell you that. So that's on there. It's so pretty. And then I'm going to adhere my oval on here. And then I die cut the happy birthday framelit in silver foil. And I just want to talk about this for 1 second. So have you ever die cut stuff and then you get the little circle hole things on your die cut after you die cut it? Like you can see those little circles here are the circles I'm talking about, all these little teeny circles. They show up on your cardstock and it makes you mad because it's not perfect and pretty. Use the precision base plate. I'm getting a little more finicky about what I use my precision base plate with, but use it for this and then you don't get those little dots on there, which those dots bug me. So I've got the silver. Now I also die cut it once more, this time on fun foam. That's right, people, fun foam. Okay, because I want my happy birthday to pop up a little bit. You can see I left it in the fun foam piece, and the reason is so that I can adhere this to the fun foam a little easier. Okay, so you probably know where I'm going with this. I'm going to get out my silicone mat. Silicone craft sheet, I believe is the official Stampin' Up! Terminology for that one. Then I'm going to grab my sponge. It's still gross, but it works. And then I'm going to get a little bit of my multi-purpose glue. Squirt that out onto my craft sheet. And then I will sponge the glue, kind of spread it around a little bit, and now I'm going to put it on the back of my foil sheet. Now the important part of this is to not let your die cut, whatever it may be, move around. You want to keep it in one place so that you don't get glue all over the front. Oops, and just as I said that, I totally moved it, but I think we're okay. All right, so I got it on there, and now I'm going to place it right over my fun foam die cut one. And then I'm going to tell you another little secret. I'm such a cheater. I actually used adhesive backed fun foam that you can buy at the store. Now, I know we now carry those Sizzix sheets, but I honestly think this technique works a little better. So, there you go. It's all on there. And then, except it's not totally stuck yet, but we'll get there. I'm going to pull it out of here. Okay, clearly I did not get any glue on the front side of this H. So, by the way, I know so many of you have asked how Carl's doing, and mainly I talked about how crazy I have felt this week. He has actually been an incredible trooper, and I think the main reason is because he had been saving his money to purchase a Nintendo Switch, which is like a it's a cross between a Game Boy and a like a Wii U, or like a gaming system, an Xbox, but not. So anyway, he'd been saving his money for forever. He finally had enough money, and then he wanted to order or to get it, and you couldn't get it anywhere because it was sold out like everywhere. So this summer he's been calling Target like literally every day, and he would call Target and then they wouldn't have it, and then he'd be all depressed. I mean, it was like really kind of brutal. So I was excited for him to go to Boy Scout camp so that he wouldn't be thinking about the Nintendo Switch like every single day. Well, right before he left for Boy Scout camp, the game place next to Target happened to have one coming. So we went in and put money down on the machine, so that it was reserved for us. And it came in the day he came back with his poison ivy. So I think that made all of this a little bit more manageable. Now, I see Mary is asking, what is fun foam and where do you get it? Fun foam is just like those craft foam sheets that you get. You can get them at Walmart even, and Target, I think. I know, well, Target, it kind of has a little bit of a crafty section now. It is just foam. Teachers use it a ton in their classroom, like for project activities and whatnot. But what it is kind of like, it's like a full sheet of dimensionals, like a full solid sheet of it almost. And so I just die cut it so that I can pop up this happy birthday onto my card. Isn't that kind of genius? I like to think I'm genius. I have my moments every so often. Okay, so now here's the adhesive backing that I just peeled off, and I want to get rid of this. Now white, it comes in, you can get it in lots of different colors. I find I use white and black the most. The other colors I don't really do much with because they didn't ask Stampin' Up! About what colors they should make, so they don't coordinate with Stampin' Up! Colors except for white and black, which is crazy. I mean, if they would have thought, they would have, like contacted us and made it work better. But oh well. All right, so there we go. Isn't that fun? So much shine and shimmer. Happy. So you can get it. You can get it at a lot of places, of course, craft stores, but also even like Walmart has it. So that's handy. Now I'm going to take and jazz this up just an extra little bit with some of my new favorite ribbon. This is the crinkle seam binding. Oh my gosh, this stuff is awesome. Have I ever done a craft room tour? That's a really good question, and the answer is no. And the main reason is because my craft room has never been clean enough for touring. It is not tour ready, well, shall we say. A couple weeks ago, I actually did do a little bit of a tour. I aired my dirty laundry, so to speak, and showed some of my craft room to people. If I think of it when I do the blog post, I will try and put a link to that YouTube live, it was a Facebook Live, but I've got it as a YouTube channel or a YouTube video as well. But I'll try and remember is what I'm trying to say. I did show a few things, but the problem with my room is that it's constantly changing. Like, ooh, I haven't opened this up yet. So we have some new sequin mini sequin trim. So, there we go. We're just gonna put a little piece of that in here just to add a little sparkle. So anyway, long story short, I would love to do like a full-on tour and you could see my space, but I have to tell you, it is like chaos managed. Like even my friend Deb here is stamping with me, and I had to clear off a little spot for her. There we go. Look at that. Isn't that fun? I love this card so much. So this little sequin trim adds just a little sparkle, kind of coordinates, and there you guys have it. Do you like it? Happy, happy, happy. Show me the love if you like it. Oh, there we go. I see some hearts, a couple hearts. So this card is really simple. Now, this is the bundle that I have just posted a new online class for. There we go. Yay, guys. Thank you. The online class features the Foil Frenzy DSP, of course, the framelits, and then the stamp set that coordinates with it. You might have also seen, let me grab it, it's just out of reach. This card was on my blog today. This uses that same stamp set. So, I mean, like, look at the versatility. That's totally different type of stuff happening there. That also features some fun foam. I kind of had it on my brain because this card was on my blog today. So you can check that out. But there you go. There's our first card. All right, are you ready for the next one? So that was good. That was a good warm-up. But now this next one is like kind of off the charts awesome. Just because it's so cool. It's a card that does stuff. Look at that. It's fluttering, you guys. Can you even stand that? I mean, seriously. When I first saw this in the catalog, I was like, what? Did you see this? And were you like, what? The stamp set?
Oh, yeah.
Like, why are there lines through everything? I didn't get it, I'll be honest. And then they demonstrated it, because of course I was just like, okay, whatever. I'm not getting this. I don't need it. I'm not really into these are not dragonflies. They're hummingbirds. Whatever. And I already have butterflies. I don't need the set. But then I saw what it did. Dang it. Okay, so let me show you. Let me clear off a couple things here. Probably need another sip of wine. That would be responsible. Exactly. Yeah. We should clink glasses, Deb. Okay. So this is one of those cards that does stuff. Oh my gosh. So you pull this out through this little thing, this little die. Boop, 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 boop. Ah, it's so cute. Now I will tell you, pull slowly. I even wrote it there. I think I could probably like type this out so it would be all fancy, but I used my own writing and a pencil. But then, thanks. Pull slowly. Okay, and then it flutters. Do 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 do. I could sit here and do that all day. But do you want to see how I made it? So here we go. So this is actually incredibly simple. So if you look in the catalog, there are a couple samples, and I think one of them uses the treat bag Thinlit to do this. So that works great. And then the other one I think is oriented this way, but I was playing around with this and this is what I came up with. Okay. So first of all, I'm going to take half a sheet of cardstock cut the long way. This is the hot dog way. And I'll fold it in half. And then I ran this through on my Big Shot. Now I use the precision plate for this too. Trust me when I tell you you need the precision plate, but look at this. Okay. Check this out. They all just kind of come out really easy. As I'm saying that, they're not coming out super easy. They did this afternoon, my gosh. Okay, it's going better now. Here we go. So they pop all out. I left the die in there so I could show you how easy it was. But this really is easy. I suppose if I got my die brush out, that might help too, huh? All right, so there it is. It's like a vent. And if you wanted to make a vent card, you certainly could. But I think we're going to kick it up a notch and make it into a super cute butterfly card. All right. By vent, I mean like a heat exchange vent, right? Is that what they're called? Yeah. Okay. So I die cut that. This is crumb cake cardstock, by the way, in case I didn't say that. All right. So then what I'm going to do, I got to grab my paper trimmer because I want to trim off about 1 inch of my card here. So let me just open that up. And I'm going to put my score line on the 4.5 and then just trim off that first inch. There we go. All right, so then next I gotta grab, I don't think I cut my cardstock to the right dimension, so let me do that quick too. First of all, make sure this is the right size. There we go. Actually, this might be, well, you know what? I wanted a taller one. Hold on. Here we go. This is why I keep a lot of cardstock cut and ready. So I'm going to pull this out so you can see, and this was 3 3/4, well, yeah, about 3 3/4. Or no, is that what this is? Yeah, 3 3/4. Goodness gracious. I'm going to do 3 7/8, and I'll explain why I'm doing this in just a second. So 3 7/8. And I don't quite want it to be 5.5, so I'll do 5 1/16. There we go. Because I want it to be pretty tall, so it's obvious that you pull it out. Now I was working with several different options for putting this together, and I'm not sure. Let me check and see if I still have some of those. Yeah, here we go. This was my first attempt, and it did not work very well. My thing will still fit in here. I used glue to seal this up on the 2 sides, and the problem I had was that it's hard to get this piece kind of back in there. There we go. Isn't that so cool? But then I saw, then it was really, like you could move it around a lot, and so the stuff didn't quite come in. Oh, dear Lord, my husband is on. Hi, sweetheart. How are you? You missed the lipstick, sweetie. That's too bad. That's like the best part. But cheers. My husband, your father, is joined our Facebook Live. Say hi.
Hi, Dad.
Hi. Say hi, sweetheart. Of course, we're all in the same house, but yet here we are. Yeah, I'm sure everybody heard that, sweetheart. Good job. Okay, now I'm going to grab my foam adhesive strips. Andy, why haven't you said hi to everybody? I'm sure they would all love to hear from you.
What happens if I get on your Facebook Live? Actually, I don't even know how to get it.
Okay, so I'm taking my foam adhesive strip. Look at all. Hi, honey. Hi, sweetheart. Oh, remember that time I told a story about his underwear? That got my daughter to leave. My husband's name is Andrew. Andy. Andrew is only if he's in trouble. Actually, every so often his mom calls him Andrew, and I'm just like, yeah, that's not right. He's an Andy. He's on here. He's probably like, oh my gosh, stop. I wonder if he's left yet. Okay, so now I am using foam adhesive strips to put this together. I'm putting them right up to the very edge and then just trimming it off just a skosh below the top, you know, so that it doesn't show or anything. All right, Wanda, you remember my underwear story? It's possible I'm going to be in trouble for that tonight, but oh well. It's okay. We'll work it out. All right, so I'm going to just close this up, and then I have my little pocket, okay, so that my paper will fit in here perfectly. And then my butterfly is fluttering. See, it flutters a lot more when you go slowly. So that's cool. Today I was going like, you can't see it. You can't see it. Why can't you see it? And then I realized that when I go slower, you could totally see it. Okay, so let me show you how to do the stamping, because the stamping is actually quite easy. I'll be honest, I was a little intimidated with this at first today when I was working with it, and I had to watch the Stampin' Up! Put out a video on it, so I had to watch the Stampin' Up! Video to figure out what I was doing wrong, and it turns out that really the one thing I was doing wrong was pulling the tab out too fast. So, all right, I'm just looking for my stamps. Here they are. So there are two stamps. This one you can see is just a little bigger than this one. So we're going to start with the big one. Hey, Sue and Julie, glad you could make it. How are things, ladies? Good job. Deb just got a refill. I'm proud of her. I haven't had any like late night wine drinking stamping in a while. All right, so I'm going to start with Tangerine Tango, and then I'm going to use Peekaboo Peach for my other one. Okay, so I'm going to take my Tangerine Tango and ink it up, the larger one. I don't know if you have to do this in one order versus the other, but you can. So you want to stamp that pretty close to the bottom, because that way you will have more space to pull that butterfly out from. Okay, so there we go. Then I'm going to take the smaller one and use my Peekaboo Peach. Just make sure I'm getting the right ink pads here. There we go. Okay, so here's Peekaboo Peach, and now I'm going to line up the very head and the very tail on the one I've already stamped. So here's where you got to get your butt out. And Deb can attest, my butt is out.
Mm-hmm. Needs to be a...
Okay. I don't know if you could just totally see my head, so I apologize if you could. But there we go. So when I lift that up... Oh my gosh, I got ink on my card. That is not good. All right, so I have to show you this really cool thing. This is contraband, but I don't care. This is a gift that I got from Lois, and I think I saw Lois on here. So hello, Lois, if you're on here. This is a sanding eraser. And how did I get so much ink on here? It erases horrible mistakes like this, but I think I might have gotten a little too much for this eraser, and I don't want to use the whole thing up getting rid of this. So let's stamp it one more time. You did not see that, did you? No. Okay, once more. Here we go. Let's see if I can see this. Oh, here we go. Here's my ink. Oh no, that's not it either. That's nice and dried on there. I don't know where my ink came from. Don't you hate when you have unidentified ink? Is that a problem for anybody? All right, there's that one. Then once more, I'm going to stick my butt out. Get this lined up. Okay. There we go. Whew. No ink anywhere else. So you can see they're kind of offset from one another, and they're not like what you would probably stamp otherwise. But when you put this in here like so. Now what I love about that foam adhesive strip business is that it pulls, or it keeps things in line, so when you pull you get the beautiful fluttering action, okay? Flutter, 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 flutter. So awesome. Look who's here, you guys. It's Carl.
You guys wanted to see how I'm doing?
Yeah.
Put my...
Okay, here. We're going to flip and you guys can say hi to Carl really quick.
Okay.
Where's my... Go.
Hi.
Say hi, everybody. Look it. You can see his face now. It's so much better than it was. My sweetie pie. He's doing so much better.
But my legs aren't.
Your legs aren't. Yeah. Well, we don't have to look at your legs. He was gonna show a little leg. Look at all those hearts. Those are for you, sweetie pie.
Thank you.
Aw, so sweet. You do. See, Wanda says you look better. Terry says you look better. Shelly knows you are better. She was here today. Joe says better. Look at all the love. They're giving you more love than me. You deserve it. Oh, did you see that? He just dabbed. Do you know what that is? I just learned. It's weird.
It's spelled with a C, Susan.
Yep, it's Carl with a C. Yeah, sorry you missed part of camp. That happens. He does look like himself, doesn't he, Shelly? It was really weird. When I looked at him when he was really bad, I was just like, oh my gosh, where did my sweet little boy go? He's all puffy. All right. Here we go. Okay, can I get back to my stamping? Mm-hmm. Check this out. Look at this card.
Ooh.
But look.
Ooh.
It's fluttering. Isn't that cool?
Mm-hmm.
Flutter, flutter, flutter. Okay. So, all right. Say goodbye.
Bye.
Bye, ladies.
Thank you for love.
You are welcome. Okay. There we go. All right, so we've had guest stars, all kinds of them tonight. Okay, so now I have my card in here, and I'm going to do my pull slowly. Pull slowly. Like I said, I think if I typed this out on some paper and I punched it like with my classic label punch or something, that would be cute. All right, now I'm going to pull this out and stamp on it a little bit. And we're going to do some butterflies. So this is one of the cute little butterflies that comes in the stamp set. And I'm just going to kind of alternate doing my butterflies like so. And I'll do some in tangerine. Do one upside down and one right there. So there are some butterflies at the top. Now the other thing that's kind of cool is, oops, this is my wrong one. When you stick this in here, you have this gap where there's nothing. So I'm going to mark this with just a little dot right there with my pencil. So when I take it out, where'd my dot go? Gosh, is it all the way down there? I think it is. Okay, so when I take it out, I've got my little dot marked, and then I can take one of the stamps. This is the Thanks from the Fluttering stamp set, but there's several different stamps in that set you could use for this purpose. And I'm just going to write thanks, and that's kind of like the surprise message when you pull out the thingy. You can see it. Hi, Deb! I always think it's funny when they watch while they're here.
Well, I can't see what's going on, so I have to see what's
So then, pull, 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 pull. Okay. And then to finish this up, I'm going to keep it simple because the fancy part is, of course, the fluttering. So I'm just going to do this. Somebody's saying, I bet Carl has my personality. I think he's more Andy's personality, don't you think, Deb? Yeah. I've known Deb for a long time. We both have kids just about the same age. Her son and daughter are both a year ahead of my kids in school. And I would suspect Ella has more my personality, and Carl's more like his dad. He's the engineer, but he is kind of sweet and cute sometimes too. Just like you, Andy. I don't know if you're still on here. I'm sure he's gotten bored of this. Although, maybe if he is watching this now, he won't watch it tonight when we go to bed, because that always freaks me out a little. There's something weird about when you climb in bed and then you hear your own voice on your husband's tablet next to you. It's just odd. I don't know. It's kind of like, is that really what my voice sounds like? I don't know. Okay. Gosh, you know what? I was going to wear my tiara tonight. That's the only thing tonight is missing. So there's my card. Isn't that fun? It is just so cute. Flutter, flutter, little butterfly. So there we go. Okay, so there's that one. All right, now the next card that I have for you is, let me get this stuff out of the way. Let me clear off a little space on my work surface so we have room to stamp. Don't you think it's probably time for another fireworks Oreo though, Deb?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, hold on. She is fireworks Oreo worthy. That's impressive. I don't give these out to just anybody.
I'll just see if my connections can get more of them.
You do have connections. They're like limited time. Whatever. They should make these forever and ever and ever, because they are clearly a reason we know God loves us.
Someone's right. It's fun to eat just the middle.
Oreos and wine, why not? I mean, it goes good with Diet Coke too. Okay. Well, for my next project. Ooh, I'm just grabbing my, here we go. Got a piece of watercolor paper. I don't think this is the right size though. Well, it's pretty close. We'll use it. I've got a piece of watercolor, and you're deprived in Australia. You probably have Vegemite Oreos. Oh my gosh. I don't know. So my next project is a little summer card for us. This is inspired by a project I did in one of my classes just last week. I had a, what are they called? Card buffet. I'll be posting that soon for people who are online to get in on. But we did a card with the new Colorful Seasons stamp set. I don't know if I have that handy or not. It might be out in my other room. It's the one with... hold on. Let me grab my catalog while I eat my Oreo. Is this what your catalog looks like? Let me think. I've only looked this set up about 100 times. Here we go. 147. I knew it. So this is the Color Theory Suite. Oh. Okay. This could be one of your free online classes, by the way, because this is coming. This will also probably be posted either tonight or tomorrow. But so in this suite of products, we have the Colorful Seasons, which I just love. And I think both the images are really pretty, but also the colors and the fact that it's all 4 seasons in one set. And then they have these awesome words that coordinate with it. So I'm really digging it. So that is the stamps that I'm going to use. Actually, sort of use. I'll show you. And I'm also going to use the High Tide stamp set, which is the Lighthouse stamp set from the catalog. I don't have it in front of me because my friend Deb here is using it. But you're done? Okay. She's going to hand it to me.
The sand isn't in it.
That's because I have it over here. Okay, so here's my High Tide. So this, if you remember, was in the Occasions catalog. And so there we go. I see some people are having some issues. It is, it says, it keeps kicking you out, Renata. I think it's probably your internet connection is typically the problem. If you don't have a strong internet connection, that will happen. Okay, now we need some ink for this. We're going to start with some Sahara sand because that is the color of sand. It's in the name. It's how you know. Okay, so again, this is a piece of watercolor paper. So I'm just going to stamp a little bit on here. And now there's this kind of empty hole. That is where the, you can see that's where the lighthouse actually fits. Here, maybe you can see it better right there. It fits totally perfectly, boom, right in there. But what I did was stamped it and then, sorry, that was the sound of a stamp falling on the floor. I know it's shocking that that wouldn't. See, my room is so messy. Things are falling on the floor. But creative people are messy, so there you go. So now I just kind of watercolored this out to make it a little softer looking. Okay, so that's kind of our shoreline. Then I'm going to take the Island Indigo stamp pad, which I had here a minute ago, but I lost it. Here we go. Because Island Indigo is a good name for water. Ooh, you know what, Susan? I was thinking about my summer camp for 2017. I gotta get a date on the calendar for that pretty quick here. Okay, so now I'm going to put some water down. This is my water layer. And to do that, I'm going to actually stamp the water from the stamp set. There we go. Again, this is the High Tide stamp set. And then I'm just going to soften it up a little bit with my watercolor, or my aqua painter, whatever this thing is called. Are you laughing at me, Debbie?
I am.
I can see that. I would too. Okay, so there's my water. Do you see a beach here? I mean, hello. I do. All right. So I'm going to clean my aqua painter off. All right. When I took my daughter to Des Moines last week, we're such nerds. We sat in the botanical gardens. She wanted to go to the art museum, but it was closed on Monday. But we sat in the botanical gardens and watercolored. I'm not even joking. It was kind of cool. She was way better than me, but we did it. Okay. Oh, here, this is what I'm looking for. Peekaboo Peach is my first color. Oh my gosh, Susan, if you want to come, you can come. I have a spare bedroom for strangers that you could stay in. Okay. So now I'm going to be a little careful on this layer because I don't want to mix this color and the Island Indigo color. So I'm going to leave just the skinniest bit of white space between, because otherwise we'll get green sky, and that is only good if it's a tornado. Okay, and I'm adding a little bit more color, and you don't have to be even about it. All right. And then I'm going to do next Berry Burst, which is this color right here. Susan, preaching to the choir. Okay, then the next color is, oh, this is Berry Burst. And you can see I'm kind of going a little bit uneven because the sky isn't always perfect, right? Doesn't this kind of look a little bit like a sunset, I hope? That's what I'm sort of going for. All right, and then we have one more color. And I think what I like about this is that these are colors you might be a little surprised that make a sky, but they totally do. Thailand swaps. Oh my gosh, Monica. Yeah, I don't even have a clue what I'm doing for that yet. But I don't leave for a while yet, so. Plus, I have 24 hours of fly time. I think I could do my swaps on the plane. I'm pretty sure it's possible. Okay, so this last color is Night of Navy. Okay, and we're just mixing it in. Okay, so this is kind of my streaky sky. There we go. Ooh, what do you think? Isn't that kind of pretty? Okay, now how would you think about this if we went ahead, and I have a dry one. My My sky isn't quite as pretty as that one because I kind of like this one better, but this one's dry, so we're going to use it. How would you feel if we added some birds to the mix? Because nothing says beach scene like a few birds flying through the air. So I'm going to stamp those off to the side right here. Voila! Pretty birds. And then I think what we're really missing here is the relaxing Adirondack chair, which I have die cut. Here we go. Oh look, I die cut this from the New Wood Textures printed paper. So we'll just add that right there. Isn't this kind of awesome? Yeah. So, but I'm feeling a little bit like I want this to be popped up. Ooh, I know what I could do. Let me see if my foam adhesive strips will work on this. I think they might. You're leaving Friday and you have 24 hours. Yeah, 24 hours. Why? Who thought 24 hours in an airplane was a good idea ever? Like, why haven't we figured out how to, what do they do in Star Trek? What is that called? Beam me up, Scotty. Like, can't you beam me to Thailand? It just seems like an easier way to get there. I'm just saying. I know it's going to be so amazing once we get there, but oh dear Lord, just please don't let the flight there kill me. Pretty please with sugar on top. Oh my goodness. Okay. So now I have placed on here some foam adhesive strips. I was thinking it would be cool if I die cut this out of fun foam, but I hadn't done that ahead of time and I just really didn't feel like doing it right now. I'm not gonna lie. But I think this is gonna work. So I've got my Adirondack chair propped up. I do like this. Already I'm excited about it. Oh, but this one is sticking out. That's not good. Let's see if we can fix it. Okay. Okay, Mariana, I hate to tell you, my dear, it's your internet is doing it. I'm so sorry. You can watch the replay. It'll be on YouTube. Okay, so there we go. You can only just kind of see some right there, but that's pretty good. All right, so I think this needs a sentiment right here. I was thinking Just Breathe would be really cool from the stamp set, but I think that might be a little bit too big for this area I've got. So I'm thinking I'm going to use this one, which is from the High Tide set. Let me grab my black ink pad. Okay. Oops. I feel like there's a hair sticking off of this. I don't think so. You know what? As I'm stamping this, I'm thinking that it would probably be good if I had two Adirondack chairs on here. Oh well. In high tide or low tide, I'll be by your side. Aw, isn't that sweet? Such a nice sentiment. Okay, so let us layer this up into a card. I'm thinking, what if we did, this is, ooh, no, this is Dapper Denim. Kidding. We want Island Indigo, which, here, I think this is Island Indigo. I don't know. Do you ever have, every once in a while I get cardstock that I'm not sure of the color. Like, I think this is Island Indigo, but what if it doesn't quite seem right? I don't know. Hold on one second. This is Island Indigo. See, this looks more like Bermuda Bay, maybe. I try to keep my paper organized, but sometimes... Yeah. Don't you think that'll look good? Or maybe we should just do it on a crumb cake card base. Oh, no, I don't like that either. I think we need the dark one. Okay, Debbie agrees. See, this is nice when you have somebody to bounce your ideas off of. That's actually... Yes, that's actually in person. There's a delay when you guys tell me stuff. You got your swaps from you today. Oh, that's good. Did you like them? I thought they were amazing. Okay. So we're just going to do a skinny little strip. That's my go-to. What was this? 3 3¾ by 5. So I'm going to go 5 1/8. My paper is even long enough to make that happen. Oh, that makes me happy. Oh, Monica, will you remind me which card was yours? I can't remember. They were all so good. There we go. Oh, so pretty. Okay. I'm trying to decide which one was my favorite out of those cards. I can't remember. There were so many good ones. What was that? The chair does need a Corona by it. Like, this could be a Corona commercial. Or a glass of wine, I'm just saying. That's so good. Light and refreshing. I bet you guys were worried I was going to get hammered. I'm a lady. I don't get hammered. I will say that I have drunk stamped before. There we go. Isn't that pretty? So, anyway, I'll bring in my projects from tonight. This is it. I got to sign off. It's been a long day. It's been a long week, and I realize I'm saying that on Monday, but it's true. Okay, so here we have my birthday card. Online class, shameless plug. Sign up for it today. Okay, this was on my blog today. It coordinates with this. It's the same stamp set. And if you go see this blog post, there's the link to sign up for the online class. Okay. Then there was the fluttering card, which really, I mean, it requires a video to appreciate the full awesomeness. Flutter. When you go slowly, you can see the butterfly fluttering. Sorry. I know. It's so cute. All right. There's that one. And then, of course, here is my third one, which turned out pretty awesome, if I can just say. Now, I will tell you that I know you guys are already worried about Dina withdrawals, and I understand. Come back, because I actually have already recorded a video that is going to be scheduled to be posted during my normal time. So come back next week. Next Monday, I will have a special Facebook video. It won't be live. I have no idea what the internet situation is going to be, but I'll be on vacation. So if it's Facebook, it's only going to be next week. Anyway. Ooh, Monica, that is a good idea. It could be my Thailand swap, because actually the card is really cute, if I can just say. All right. So anyway, next week I will have a Facebook video that I'm going to schedule for you. So come back on Monday at the normal time, which is 3 p.m. in the summer, 3 p.m. Central Time. And there will be a fun video. Don't forget about July bonus days. Plus Dina's Thailand special. And I'll bring that sheet in really quick too. So that was this. Use that host code. It's all over my blog. Don't worry, you can't miss it. Use that host code. You have to use that code to get this cool, awesome, amazing stuff. So the grab bag is like a $20 value of all kinds of miscellaneous goodies, plus 5 handmade cards. And then if you order over $100, you get a free online class in addition to all this other stuff. So I know I didn't make that clear, but I don't have that much space. I should have started over here writing, but you get the idea. Okay, so you get up to $50, you get 5 handmade cards from me. $50 to $100, you get 5 handmade cards plus the grab bag. $100 and up gets you the grab bag, the handmade cards, and a free online class. And I just posted one today, and 2 more are coming. So there's lots to choose from, plus any of the ones that are already on there. So anyway, there you go, you guys. I hope you enjoyed our rescheduled Facebook Live time. Don't forget to share the video because I've got the drawing for either the marbled or the quirky critters stamp sets. You don't want to miss those. And if you have ever thought about becoming a demonstrator, it is a good time to do it. Sign up and you will get lots of amazing freebies. All the info is on my blog, so check that out. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I hope you had a good time stamping. I sure know I did, and I will see you again very soon. Bye, guys.